A very warm good morning to one and all present over here class. Welcome to the digital platform of APS. Now this is Pawan Kumar. Today I will discuss new chapters related to three-dimensional geometry. So class, in previous lecture I have completed permutation. Now in this lecture I will discuss new topic related to three-dimensional geometry. So let us start. So first of all, I will discuss in three-dimensional geometry, that is quadrant. So see, I am going to discuss first heading is quadrant. Class, two lines mutually perpendicular, two lines mutually perpendicular divides the plane into four regions or four parts. Each part is known as quadrant. Now see, this is the quadrant, this is two lines mutually perpendicular, divides the space or divides the plane into four parts. This four part is known as quadrant. Now horizontal line is known as x-axis, vertical line is known as y-axis, and intersection point of x and y-axis is known as origin. And the axis, horizontal axis or the x-axis left to the origin is known as negative x-axis, and the y-axis below the origin is known as negative y-axis. And the coordinates of every point lies in first quadrant. In this first quadrant, x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. In second quadrant, x is less than 0, y is greater than 0. In third quadrant, x is less than 0, y is less than 0. And in fourth quadrant, x is less than 0, greater than 0, and y is less than 0. Y is less than 0. Now, in this quadrant, this is the first quadrant. There are four types of quadrant. There are four types of quadrant. First, second, third, and fourth. So now this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and now this is fourth quadrant. And the coordinates of every point lies on x-axis is always of the form of a comma 0, and the points lies in first quadrant. Suppose this is the points having coordinates x comma y. Suppose this is the point. This point coordinates you can consider p x comma y. And now this is the point, its coordinate we can write 0 comma b. Now there are so many points lies on negative x-axis. So on negative x-axis coordinate is minus a comma 0, and on negative y-axis you can consider the coordinate is 0 comma minus b. So this is our representation of quadrants. Now I will come to the next heading. The next heading is octane. Next heading is octane. See, now see, the next heading is octane. Now see, first of all, to define the octane, OCTANTS, octanes. Now what is octane? See, suppose you have 3 lines. This is 3 lines mutually perpendicular. Three lines mutually perpendicular divides the space into 8 regions. Or 8 parts. Each part is known as octane. Each part is known as octane. Now see, This is three lines mutually perpendicular, divides the space into 8 parts, and these 8 parts is known as octane. The horizontal line, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, the line perpendicular to the plane, this is y-axis or positive y-axis, and this is positive x-axis, this is positive z-axis. Now this will be negative x-axis, this is negative z-axis, and this is negative y-axis. So this is known as octane. Now there are 8 types of octane. There are 8 types of octane. So first octane, second octane, third octane, fourth octane, next fifth octane, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Now in first octane, we can consider x, y, z. These all coordinates are positive, means x comma y comma z. Now in second quadrant, this is the first octane. Now in second octane, first left means x negative, y positive, and z positive. Now in third, x negative, y negative, and z positive. Now in fourth is back of first, means x positive, y negative, and z positive. Now fifth is first bottom. First bottom means x positive, y positive, z negative. Now sixth octane is x negative, y positive, and z negative. Now seventh is x negative, y negative, and z negative. Now eighth is x positive, y negative, and z also negative. So there are 8 types of octane is here. First octane, second octane is here, and third octane is back. First, fourth back means first back is fourth. Now first bottom is fifth, fifth left is sixth, sixth back is seventh, and fifth back is eighth. Now this is the terminologies of octanes. Now see, xyz is known as the coordinate axis, and there are three coordinate axes, and intersection point of these three coordinate axes is origin, having coordinates 0, 0, origin, coordinate is 0, 0, and this is the points. Now I will come to the next points. Now I will discuss plane. First heading is xy plane. Now what is xy plane? The plane passing through x and y axis. The plane passing through x and y axis is known as xy plane. See, so this is the plane this is x axis and this is y axis and this is z axis. This is z axis. This is known as xy plane. This is known as xy plane. This is zx plane, so passing through not a zx, passing through z axis and y axis, so yz plane, yz plane, so y and z axis is known as yz plane. Now note points. The coordinates of every points in yz plane that is 0 comma y comma z, 0 comma y comma z. Now I will come to the next axis or next plane. Next plane is this was a yz plane. So now I will discuss xy plane. Second is xy plane. Now plane is passing through the points of passing through x and y axis. X and y axis is known as xy plane. Now see, xy plane means x axis, y axis. So xy plane is this is x axis, now this is z axis, and this is y axis. So this is the plane. That passes through x and y axis. Now point we can write, this is xy plane, the coordinates of every point lies on xy axis or xy plane, that is of the form of x comma y comma 0, because z coordinate is 0. Now see, now I will come to the next plane. The next plane is yz is completed. xy is completed. Now zx plane. So z x axis is known as zx plane. Now zx plane is here. This is the plane. This is x axis. This is suppose perpendicular y axis, and this is z axis. This is negative z axis, negative x axis, negative z axis, and a positive y axis, negative y axis. Now this is the plane. The coordinates of every point lies on zx plane. We can write x comma 0 comma z. Now this is the points. Now plane is totally completed. This is third point. I have completed.